Hi, my name is Mary Mac DeGroat. I'm married to Ernest DeGroat, and we have a dairy in Melba, Idaho. Today I'm going to be making a recipe. It's actually a salmon dish for dinner. Very, very simple, but one of the most delicious salmon dishes I've ever had. Its main ingredient is salmon and heavy cream. What can be wrong with that? So I went and got a fresh piece of salmon. It's almost an entire fillet. You could cut this into portions, but I like to keep it whole. I just feel like it keeps the salmon nice and moist while it's cooking in the oven. So the ingredients to this salmon dish are very simple, and there's only a few of them. There's dill, thyme, 1 bay leaf, salt and pepper to season, and heavy cream. I already chopped up the dill. That's very simple. You can just come right off the stem. It's a soft herb. It's easy to chop. Thyme, however, can kind of have a woody stem, so you kind of have to pull the leaves off starting at the top. Just kind of pull them off the stem like this. Sometimes they're soft and you can chop them up with, but I like to take the leaves off the stem like this. Then it's just a quick rough chop, like so. So I'm going to start with salt and pepper. I like to season things a little high up so you evenly distribute the salt. And you can be pretty generous with the salt. You want it to be nice and flavorful. A little fresh pepper. I really love fresh ground pepper. Makes a difference. And then I sprinkle the dill. Salmon and dill are very good friends. So I have my dill and my thyme, and you just kind of sprinkle however much you like, depending on how much flavor you want. If you want a little more simple, just a little. And then 1 bay leaf. This sounds a little strange, but you just rest that 1 bay leaf on top, and it really does make all the difference. Too many bay leaves is overpowering, but just 1 makes a big difference. Then you take the heavy cream, and really just kind of pour it on top and around the salmon. You don't want to drown the salmon in the cream, but it will kind of concentrate while it's in the oven and reduce down, so you want to make sure you have enough in there. And that's it. Stick in the oven at 425 for about 12 to 15 minutes. Before marrying a dairy farmer, I actually didn't eat a whole lot of dairy or have a lot of dairy in my diet. But since moving to Idaho and living on a dairy farm, I've really tried to incorporate more of the products that we have so much of around here. So I was talking with a friend, and we were discussing milk and dairy products in general, and my husband's always said this, but just how nutrient dense whole milk and dairy products are. Just a lot of good fats, a lot of good proteins. So my friend knew how much I loved fish, and she said, I have this really simple recipe, and it actually only has a few ingredients, one of them being heavy cream and salmon. And I was like, that's so interesting. I've never had dairy products with fish. Usually they don't go together, but I tried this dish, just pouring that cream over the salmon, and it just really brought out the flavor of the salmon and made it so moist and delicious. So it's become a family favorite. And here it is, a light but filling and very flavorful dish for your dinner time. Thank you so much for stopping by our house on the dairy and for your time. We hope you enjoy this recipe.